What's going on, fellow zombies? Emotionally and sleep deprived. What's going on? The Weaver Agency is in California. It's the 17th. Yeah, it's the 17th of July. It is counting down until it's coming Monday, pretty shortly. It's the evening hours, and I can't sleep again. Damaged some equipment when I'm not even careful enough with the thing. Keyboards are expensive. Even a simple keyboard, $20 is still expensive. But according to some of the pieces of equipment out there, they're still cheap. But when you're living on an expensive income, actually, when you're living on limited income and trying not to be the expense account of everything, this just pisses me off. I don't know if the damn thing's going to work or not. I'll have to drain this damn thing throughout the night and hopefully not run into any short circuits at all because I'm afraid of losing a hell of a lot of data. Many of us poured liquids all over our equipment and prayed that they survived. Anyway, mechanics are one thing. Peripherals we're dependent upon. But here's the thing, the internet is also dependent upon algorithms. And the algorithms tell the internet what to tell us of what we think we're interested in and how much of it we're getting programmed ourselves. As if we are peripherals. We are the human peripherals. I talk about things like this because it does weigh heavily on my mind. When I'm that depressed, I try to go for something that kind of lightens me up a bit, but the algorithms I keep running into Facebook and Twitter, and not to mention YouTube like crazy, they're picking up more and more of the sections I peruse on some occasions and trying to make it more and more mandatory. I'm blocking things left and right that I don't even want to see. And it seems like it's a struggle between me and the computer algorithms at this point over here, not to mention the programmers, of they're trying to deliver content to the user, but unfortunately they're programming the user with the damn content. There's either a yin and yang or a catch-22 situation going on at this point over here. Case in point, politics is a nasty damn thing. And over the past 10, 20 years, we've been getting nastier and nastier when it comes down for politics, including using the internet constantly to attack, counterattack, show, and scare the living crap out of people and try to convince and program them on what we think we should look at and what we should be caring about and what we should. Watching these kind of actions happening, it's no wonder I've got a problem against people and other situations happening right now. It's either I'm programmed to hate this one group and like this one group, or hate them both, or like them both. And I can't tell you this, but I'm going to tell you it anyway. I know I signed up for the terms and conditions at this point over here, but I'm going to be telling YouTube and Google to knock the shit out. You're not trying to program me. You want my business? Fine. You want to put commercials on there? Fine. But you're not going to program me into doing your own damn thinking. What is this, a world computer here? What is this, the Foreman project we got going on right now? Because the computer will be telling mankind how to think and how to live? Welcome to the Borg. Star Trek Borg, right now. We had Skynet trying to terminate our ass. We had the Matrix trying to reprogram our ass and use us for batteries for its own survival. We got our own internet trying to program us into killer robots. Oh, I'm sorry. We actually had that in Velodrome. I'm sorry. We had that one. The New Revelation this year. Remember that 80s horror show? Oh yeah, that was real great. That was real great at that point. Cheapy special effects, but they still worked like crazy. Still scared the hell out of people. Really did. And one of the actors has just passed away. Khan. He was in it. At least I think he was. Looked like it was. I could be wrong about that one. The movie was a computer program of sorts hidden in a videotape and trying to control and dominate the human being into thinking like a machine and turning it into a machine to kill a topic, actually kill a person, to start a revolution before he died. Or did he die? Became part of the machine according to the ending credits. That's what scares the hell out of me so much with all this damn technology we've got going on right now. You know, it's one thing having cameras watching us left and right. We've got authorities trying to get more and more control over even Ring cameras that Amazons have and other companies are making right now to protect us by videotaping anything and everything. And some of those videotapes are just hard to find. Or are they? Law enforcement uses it because they need to know anything and everything concerning about crime happening around them. Their job is to enforce the law. Does it also include invasion of privacy when it comes down for inside the house? If we got cameras mounted all over the damn place? And the only cameras that you'll be finding in my possession, give me 1 second, pass it in a digestion run. Avoid onions at nighttime, especially when you're getting older. It's worse on your system. When it comes down for the cameras, the only ones I've got are a cell phone and a couple of computers, and that's about it. Where else have I got a camera? I don't know if I got any other cameras around here watching me left and right. But nobody else came over here giving me strange gifts with cameras on them anyway, so fuck it. So besides that, that's the only thing you'll be able to see is whatever my cameras show you. It's feeling uncomfortable when you're doing Zoom because you're not used to Zoom and you like to do live persons left and right, but after you get used to it, basically you're programmed into it. You're programmed by human design and by program design, by algorithms and by human decisions, and not to mention other decisions beyond human. It made us force us to do Zoom like crazy, so now we get comfortable with it. We get comfortable with the technology at this point. But am I comfortable with the technology? Am I comfortable with everybody else trying to tell me what the hell to think and feel? Or would I know what is right and what's wrong at this point over here, including the things I see around me? I'm getting pissed off about people's political agendas left and right, only because I've been programmed to do so and say so. And what I've got to... can I say this one? A young progressive company has been out there for maybe about less than, almost within the 20-year mark, trying to tell the young people these days of what journalism is now. What the format of back then is tossed out. Of trying to find the truth is one thing. Now we got to find the slants for everything. I mean, we can show the truth, but now we got to give them our direct slants And because nothing's done our way, we're going to complain about it. And we're going to show you and show this and show that and show that. We got to make you pissed off. We got to make you frustrated. Because now we got other people doing all these dumbass things left and right. It's got me questioning everything here, okay? Not questioning the law, not questioning the Constitution, not constituting right and wrong at this point over here, like as I know it. But what I'm seeing is people's behavior is turning and changing left and right. Or I'm seeing the mechanisms used too much. Now, granted, I get addicted to YouTube and I get addicted to Facebook at this point over here because it's social. And since I don't have the social physical contact these days, it's the only thing I got is the internet. And in the internet, I do have choices and I do have a bit of freedom to go to different places left and right to see what's going on. Basically, a live cam concerning about a beach or a harbor cruise. I love cruises. There's nothing programmed about that one. About otters, about the nature. Even news programs can show you what's going on in live terms as long as you're subscribed somehow, one way or another. But they won't steer you as much when they're local news unless they are of a slant. What I mean by a slant is a particular viewpoint. I learned about slants when I was in Journalism 101 a long time ago in high school journalism class, Miss Farmer. She taught us a great deal about it. If I had only learned a lot about it, I didn't go into journalism. I felt like I wasn't a journalist. I took the class because I thought it was interesting at first, and then after I really discovered what the hell this damn thing was about, going after the truth, interrogating people left and right, my behavior at the time and my thinkings at the time was like, oh God, what am I doing this for? I should have taken up on journalism at this point over here, but I didn't have what it took back then to be a journalist. I wish I had. I would have been something for that time. But the mindset wasn't there, the maturity wasn't there, sure as hell the content and perspective wasn't there. But the knowledge base of what journalism was supposed to be, yes. I observed journalism a great deal, but watching all the news greats from the time I could remember all the way forward, they talked about everything coming from Murrow back in the 40s and 50s, and when he started doing that, and the press, the history of it. Ben Franklin starting up his press to let the colonists know what was going on regarding the British and every other kind of movement happening out there. Even though it was past a couple of days old, at least they had some information going on what was happening. With our instant communications we have these days, we can find out what's happening in another part of the world in nanoseconds, apparently. Of course, we have a 30-second lag time when it comes down for the routers. That's technology for you. In case you have a television screen, you get the information almost instantaneously, except for a couple of nanoseconds here and there. But when you're talking about the internet going through a computer system, that's about a 30-second lag because of the internet relay systems we got out there. So we're constantly filled up with information we know we can try getting. What I'm talking about is when you start checking into different sites left and right, somehow there is an algorithm out there watching your ass and wanted to know how much more do you want to see. Facebook is getting more and more into that because they keep asking me. And they keep asking me. And they keep asking me. Are you sure you want to see more shit like this? Are you sure you want to see more stuff like this? We can make it where you can see less on this one. You have to be selective on what you're looking at. You have to be selective on what you're saying without giving the program or giving the entity that much control and power over you. And scrolling over certain sites left and right, not looking at them fast enough, it tells the algorithm what you're interested in and what you're not, because you're constantly monitored on this. Even when I do my videos out there, it's also monitoring me as well. You think it's some kind of sinister cabal at this one here. No, I just think it's sinister zeros and ones out there with the programmers so bored as hell they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Or they don't realize what the hell they're doing until it's too late. I can't change the algorithms. I can only change peripherals. I can change where cameras are going to be at. If I get a new computer or a new keyboard, because I just drowned my keyboard. It's still upsetting me. You know how expensive these damn things are? 20 to 30 bucks over at different places, including Target, Walmart, Amazon. A cheap. One of these damn things are $10. You know, $10 cheap ass keyboard. I like them. But the number thing, just a flat thing, so I'm used to all my life. What I'm used to all my life. The words used to. Comfortable. Comfort box. Programmed. Programmed into it. We got programmed in a lot of things growing up. We got programmed how to use keyboards, not of the electronic kind, but of the manual kind. Those typing damn things, monsters from hell. These 40s and 50s built, 1940s or 1950s machines, and passed out from school to school to school for decades, just to get them up to speed of what the hell typing's all about. Until we got into the computer age, when the computers started shoving those things shove them into a closet somewhere, let them rust like crazy, and so does the ribbons, and let them dry out. Now we got electronics, but we still have to teach them how to type fast, including if you're going to be putting yourself on a damn IBM Selectric. Oh my God, those ages. They still required the ball on it, and ribbons, and liquid paper and white paper on it to take out to put into corrections. Ugh. Messes we had to deal with, not just zap on the delete or backspace button. And we got so comfortable with these things, it's not even funny. Now we're programmed into them. We're so programmed into them, we got them on phones left and right that we depend upon left and right. If we can't use the voice operating system on it, then we try to use the keyboard as best as we can. Or if you got fast thumbs, those Blackberries. I don't know how the hell you can use a Blackberry with thumbs like that. I never could use them. The keyboards are so damn small. I know they're in a format I can actually look at and work with, but I got fat fingers. And I'm screwing up on my digits left and right. That's why I have to rely on the voice module on it. And when my condition in my dental situation continues to deteriorate, it's going to be harder and harder to use the voice, because I have to pronunciate something, and it's going to look at me saying, "Excuse me, what? What you say, Bob? I can't understand a word you say. Can you type that information on the keyboard?" No, because my glass is already broken in several thousand pieces at this point over here. It's cutting me in shreds, and I have to spend at least $400 or $500 on a new piece of shit. Well, that's not my problem. I can't take care of your message if you can't get it right to me. Spake right. That's like me dealing with my computer, my cell phone all the damn time. I have yet even to master doing that on a computer over here. It's more sophisticated and even more of a pain in the ass. I know, because I tried it on the other mainframe and just forget it. Doesn't work. Might as well call it the mainframe. But this is our life right now. This is what's going on right now. Looking at the YouTube channels, they're getting more and more into the stuff I look into more and more, and it's following those algorithms because it's tracking me left and right. If I wanted to continue with the diaries of grieving and everything else like that, and concentrating on people who are more into the grieving stuff, I'll be constantly focused and buried alive in the damn thing. But I had to keep my interest varied from things to things to things. Music, art, literature, science fiction, we also covered literature at this point over here. Travel, politics, news. They're different things. They're different things I want differences on. I want to know. I want to know what's going on around me. I want to hear about the politics. I want to hear about what's going on in Congress at this point over here. Why they're belly aching and bitching about certain subjects that they should have been taken care of a long time ago, and they didn't. So now they got hearings going on, and they want to support. They want to prove their superiority, and they're getting shot down by the witnesses. Congratulations, GOP. You're just proving your point. You're total backass. You're fucked up. That's what you are. Deal with it. The progressives, you call them libtards like crazy, and they're coming after your ass left and right. Especially when you got groups like the Midas Touch and you got the Young Turks out there. Now, one of them happens to teach journalism at a local community college in California. If I had my old journalism teacher going head to head with this so-called professor here, I would love to hear the conversation of what they consider what journalism is all about. I know my old school teacher would have been into the journalism that she was used to when he actually had the print days, when he actually had beginning television left and right. But when they actually had newspapers that actually made sense and actually had integrity. These days, what they consider journalism 101 for the younger version of it is not journalism of the older farts that we know it, as I know it. They call it journalism. It isn't. When you're going on slants and you're going on attacks and you're attacking on both sides, you're doing opinion pieces. You're not doing journalism. And this is how the technology today is slanting and forcing us to think and react. And they're using it. They're using it. And they know it. Their words, their sayings will get out there, and the algorithms of the program will direct it towards the people who are actually maybe casual users. But if they get more and more interested into the damn thing on their own, they're going to get shoved with a lot of material. And the algorithms know it. And so does the people who keep programming the damn algorithms. They know it too. This is social programming. And you don't think the other side recognizes this damn program? No, it doesn't. Because they're going to be using it for their own good. Just like everybody else thinks they're using it. I'm sorry, but we're being used on it. My personal opinion, we're being used. I stay away from journalism long enough. I stay away from news long enough. I start getting my own damn perspectives, my own thinking at this point over here. It scares people left and right because I'm becoming an independent. I don't follow the rules. The rules are I have to think and follow what they say. And when I say on that, it's pissing them off. And this is what's happening right now. I'm pissing people off. Probably the ones that are running the algorithm. Maybe we're still living in the Matrix and we don't even realize it. Could be. But then again, I don't think so. We made a movie a long time ago, The Matrix, actually triples, of telling people of a future time when we're so hooked up like batteries that we have a computer system that was trying to kill us, Still trying to kill us and trying to use us. They have to keep us alive because they need the power from the humans. They can't find any other kind of power source, so they use the humans. It's a hell of a way to lose a war and remain a prisoner. But then again, you realize what kind of a prisoner you are living in, especially in the after effects of the war. You talk about critical thinking at this point over here. You have to be critical. You have to think critically outside of a box. And what is the box? The box that you're trapped in. I don't see it, but you are there. Your mindset, your logic, everything else. That's the thing that pisses people off. They want you to think outside the box, but they don't want you to think outside the box. They're giving a contrary. They're giving a contradiction at this point over here. You're fucked one way or another. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. It's a 50-50 shot. You want to do the hindsight 2020? You can't do that one. Because there is none. You're fucked either way. So enjoy it and deal with it. And that's the viewpoint. I don't buy it. I never bought it. Yeah, I understand that some people wanted me to think and feel about different things left and right. They wanted me to be something else. I don't know what the hell they wanted me to be. Tell you the truth, honestly, God, I don't know. Because they weren't happy what the hell I was supposed to be. I wasn't complying. I wasn't complying at all. I mean, hell, I didn't do anything to hurt anybody. I just didn't think about somebody else's bullshit at that point. So I really didn't think it was going to be working or not. I hate to put this back in operation again. I hate to put this back in operation. And it's going to be expensive for me to pile up another thing like this. It's not programming that gets me pissed off about what's going on right now with my equipment. It's my own damn behavior. It's my own damn accidents. And I'm not paying attention. As long as I keep saying liquid, I know I'm in trouble. Because the liquid is still trapped in the keyboards. So I got no control. I've got no absolute. There's no absolute. I must spend $20 or $30 on a damn keyboard, and I'm not going to have the money for next week. But I have to spend it anyway for it. Why? Because this is real life. This is the life I have right now as it is. I have to figure out how to spend about at least 2 weeks worth. Actually, I keep saving 2 weeks worth of a balance that I'm barely holding on right now as it is. And I still owe bills. And I still have to play this damn balancing game. It drives me nuts. How much do I have for food? How much do I have for utilities at this point over here? How much do I have at all for anything? And when I keep seeing the whittling down, it just pisses me off even further. Then I'm not going to be able to have what I'm going to have. Maybe I'll have about 200 that's going to be lasting me for another 2 weeks. And that's barely enough for food right now as it is. But, struggle as I will, I have to deal with what I got to deal with. And I'm not liking it. Computer programs don't have to tell me this. Computer programs don't have to tell me that if I don't do things to take care of myself one way or another, it's going to take care of me one way or another. I don't need that kind of crap going on in my life. But I've got that crap going on for my life. What you know, I'm no longer a customer of Walmart. Walmart, who deems me because of my own zip code, things cannot be delivered to me. How does that grab you? Oh, Amazon will be more than happy to pick up the pace. That's no problem for them. I get a reserve delivery or something like that, depending on the damn store I got. So, apparently all the stores out here are doing nothing but pick up. And, okay, how about shipping? There any shipping I can do. Well, that I can do at this point over here. Okay. Computer, keyboard. The mouse I'm not worried about. It's now I gotta sort the shit out. What I need. I don't need an algorithm to tell me what I need or what I don't need. What I do need is something that I can do. Plug and play. Basically, you plug the damn thing into a computer system and you work on it. What's the issue with it? Our life. Our lives are dependent upon this. We're dependent upon the algorithms that travel from device to here. But we both know this is a USB bus, but use it as an example here. Or use a cell phone. Cell phone has a computer at this point over here. Depending upon cord to be transmitted to a computer so we can get the information in and out for that damn thing. Or better yet, we're dependent upon a mouse. Moves the cursor around. We're dependent upon mechanics. We're dependent upon algorithms that run the mechanics. Well, we're also dependent upon the mindset behind the algorithms. The ones who actually created it and the ones who are putting us into this frickin' headlock. So, I hope this unpleasant information doesn't give you too much of a nightmare to deal with. But we just may have to deal with a nightmare altogether. And how's this dealing with the diary of a grieving person here? Me? Well, my head is not grieving at the point. I'm pissed off and I'm thinking about shit like this. But get me triggered, I'll get the emotional stuff going on. And then I'll be next to useless. Because I know where my triggers are. I know what my triggers are. And in dealing with that on a constant basis, as I just turned the camera to the topic, well, that's not an algorithm. Or is it? Somebody else's algorithm from far beyond.